get started in boxing? How long have you been doing this?
I started at 11 years old, 12 years old, just every normal kid, going to the gym. I played baseball, played football, but, road split and I took the boxing route.
Now, at what point did you realize that boxing is what you wanted to do with your life?
I was like 16 years old, and I remember seeing Carlos Bojorquez in there, and, he had all the attention, and, everybody was there. He had the belt, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that. I wanted that belt, and I got, my chances coming up May 16th.
Mike, in a long journey like that, obviously you started as an amateur. Tell us a little bit about your amateur experience, and how soon after your amateur career did you decide to go pro? What age was that?
I think 1 month after my 18th birthday, I turned pro. But I had like 40-something amateur fights. I had a couple tournaments, Ringside Nationals, Desert Showdowns. I did a lot of smoker shows. I did the Pro-Am cards over there at Quiet Canyon. And, that was a big thing. I go in there and, I got my headgear. It's my first time. And, I go in there with the big crowd, and they got the lights up, and they got, cameras and stuff. So it kind of brought me out of my shell, So, but it's going good right now. So, you know what? I've been in there with Israel Vasquez. I've been in there with Victor Darchinyan, and with those, those are the top dogs right there, and they're bringing it to me, and and I hold my ground with them. So, well, right now for being what I need to work on would be, maybe more speed. Apply more pressure, and just go in there and let my hands go. I'm very conservative with my punches. I'm only gonna, that's something else. I want to throw more punches, but with the punches, I'm very accurate with my punches, and the punches that I do throw, I'm gonna make them count. I'm gonna make every punch count. If it's a jab, a body shot, an uppercut, I'm gonna make it count. And so, I throw everything hard and I throw everything ferocious. So, but if I had to say anything, it's just be more ferocious, and that's what I would say.
Where did the nickname "The Little Warrior" come from, and who gave it to you?
My pops. He gave that to me. I was still an amateur, just the Little Warrior. It came about and it stuck. Everybody calls me the Little Warrior, so that's it. It just stuck. Just a name that somebody brought up and it stuck.
What are the long-term goals? How soon do you visualize Michael Franco getting a title shot?
After this fight, I think we might have something scheduled for maybe either a WBC or something, because after the NABF, I'm going to be ranked up there. So the WBC, I want to conquer. I want those belts, WBC, NABO, IBF. I'm going to get those belts, and then after I conquer my division, I'm going to move on up, maybe 22 or something, and get everybody there. So
now, Mike, when you're a hot prospect like yourself, it's good to hear praise like that. You want to hear reviews like that, but there's also that pressure to live up to that hype. How much pressure do you feel, and how legit and how bad do you want to prove these critics right?
I handle well under pressure. I won't fold, and it's something I've always been good at. It's either in baseball and football, even as a little kid, I've always been good under pressure. So. It's same thing. They're not going to throw me off. I'm just going to stay focused and have my goal set. Nobody's going to throw me off, so I got that set. Okay, I'm Mike Franco, the Little Warrior, 14-0, 9 KOs, looking for my 15th victory, May 16th. I want to thank everybody that come out, all the Warrior Nation, my manager, Dr. Les Cohn, my trainer, Pops, Al Franco. Sweet Sweat, Putazos Fight Gear, everybody there, everybody supported me, Boulevard Tattoos, just everybody. If I miss anybody, I want to say sorry, but I know you guys will be there. The Warrior Nation will be there, and it's growing.
Little Warrior, we look forward to it. Thank you for the time. Thanks a lot. We look forward to seeing you more often.
Thank you very much. Thank you.